Good evening.
Hello.
Howdy. Well, Facebook is live, but doesn't seem like anybody's on there yet. But
It might be a technical difficulty day.
yeah, you never know.
My computer decided it didn't want to talk to the internet. It's like, I can't see it. I had to take its blinders off.
Oh, here comes Louise. Okay.
Hey, Louise.
Well, we're about to start on Facebook. We'll see if Louise has got some video or audio connections.
Her audio is trying.
Well, we'll ring a bell and see if that helps. I'm going to do that again. I think that was the filtered one.
Nice.
Okay. So,
Hi, Louise.
all right. Why don't we get started? We'll find a comfortable place to sit. Maybe with a cat, maybe with a dog. This is, what is this? This is the 10th of April. And this is Jim's guest house. We have, Facebook has now come up. It's working. And we got Zoom connected. So far, so good with the technology. So let's find a comfortable place to sit and pull the shoulders back, take a full breath, and release, and another breath. Relax and release. Get in touch with your feet on the floor or under a cushion, under a chair. We've been following the Lao Tzu's commentaries on Taoism for several months. Tonight it's kind of an interesting one because it's more, it sounds like it's more directed to the outside world, but there's no reason why we can't direct it to the inside also. So we'll just go through it a couple times and see how this goes. When the master governs, the people are hardly aware that he exists. So the translator is convinced that the heavy-handed master is not the best governor. When the master governs, the people are hardly aware that he exists. Or you could say they exist. Over time, it could be a man or a woman or another gender. But when the master governs, the people are hardly aware that they exist. Next best is a leader who is loved. Next, one who is feared, and the worst is one who is despised. So there's a movement here in the description from the most open-hearted and the open-minded to the most contracted, where things are happening because people are afraid and they hate the one that's in charge. If you don't trust the people, you make them untrustworthy. The master doesn't talk, he acts. So on the external level, we're talking about a governor or an executive that's got a light touch. He acts with wisdom and love, and he's not noticed. It's the same thing with a mind that's at peace. When the mind is under the influence of love and wisdom, there's no conflict, there's no contraction, and so our personality doesn't feel like it's being pushed around and forced into obedience. The next best leadership quality, besides being invisible and light, is being loved, and then fear and hatred follow that as lesser forms of relationship. The relationship between the conscious mind and the inner loving awareness. When there's trust and a healthy relationship between the conscious personality and the loving awareness that's behind the scenes, the trust makes everything flow effortlessly, and then the experience just flows in a harmonious way. So that's the 17th stanza of Lao Tzu. Oh, Louise seems to have disappeared. Oh dear. She sometimes has trouble with her internet connection. Okay, so let's turn to another poem that's more straightforward. It's called Allow. There's no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt, containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. It's making almost the same point as Lao Tzu, but instead of doing it in a top-down, controlling governor-master relationship, it's participating in life. There's no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow, and grace will carry you to higher ground. So this is the alternative approach, the lighter approach. Allow life to unfold, and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in, the wild and the weak, fear, fantasies, failures, and success. Let it all in, the wild and the weak, fear, fantasies, failures, and success. When love rips off the doors of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. When we choose to let go of the comfortable approach, the known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. So that's Dana Falls. Dana Falls. D-A-N-N-A. Dana Falls is the poet, and allow is her advice. So as we sit together with an upright spine and a soft belly, we bring our attention to the rhythm of the breath, and we allow it to just do its thing. There's no controlling the life moving through the body. It just moves in and out. It knows when it's empty, and it draws a breath in. It knows when it's ready to let go, and just allows itself to let go. So the theme for tonight is a light touch, not controlling the breath, not controlling the state of mind, not controlling the mood, but just allowing, finding a safe spot to land and just be. And it's often best to land on this rhythm of breathing. Taking a few deep breaths at the beginning signals to the body that we're safe, we're comfortable, we're ready to rest and renew. And after a couple of deep breaths, then we just allow the body to breathe. No agenda. Ready to greet each visitor as they arise. Sometimes it helps to just note, what is the quality of the mind? Is it open and restful at this moment, or is it wound up and restless? Just noting the quality of the mind, noting the quality of the feelings. And then softening the belly and allowing the breath. Let the breath create the rhythm. If the mind continues to wander, what about greeting the breath with gratitude, accepting, not just allowing the breath, but accepting the gift of life that the breath is bringing to us each moment. Receiving the breath feels like this. Receiving with gratitude feels like this. So we notice how the mind might wander into desire or wanting, reaching forward for the next moment. Can we just allow this moment? Is the mind pushing away, trying to find something different, wanting meditation to be different, pushing away the restless mind or the doubting mind or the sleepy, dull, fuzzy mind? Can we return to just allowing the mind to be the mind? It's like this. And we can live with this. It's life unfolding, experience unfolding. Breath by breath. mind, allowing the feelings to do their thing. Feelings arise and pass away. Sensations arise and pass away. All things that arise pass away. Our job is to allow them to be. And then their job is to allow us to be. Allow us to be still and silent. Checking back in with the posture, upright spine, relaxed shoulders, relaxed neck and jaw, half smile on our lips, allowing the body to rest. returning again and again to this breath, beginning, developing, and ending. This out breath, beginning, releasing, releasing, and ending. Life moving through this sensitive body. Clouds of sensation in the belly. Life in the hands feels like this. Curious about the next arising. Is it a sensation? A more complicated feeling? A thought about the past or a thought about the future? Curious. How is life unfolding for us this moment? We cultivate choiceless awareness. No agenda, just open, loving awareness. Again and again we choose life unfolding in a rhythm, arising, a little journey before fading away, points of stillness and silence before more arising, and then developing to fullness and fading away. When we remember to look, we find loving awareness surrounding ourselves in this space, surrounding the heart, in the chest, surrounding each cell of the body as we breathe in. So we can remember our relationship to ourselves. May we be happy and safe. May we remember that there's no one in the universe just like me. There's no one just like you. And there's no one more deserving of our love than ourselves. Can we remember to hold ourselves in loving awareness? we might have been conditioned to be more judgmental and indifferent to ourselves because of our early experience. But someone taught us to open the heart to ourselves. Someone taught us that we belong here. This space is our space. We belong together in this space. Someone taught us to look carefully and see that. Someone taught us to bring the attention away from our conditioning and our personality patterns and turn the attention to the still, silent center between the thoughts, between the feelings, between the breaths. Someone taught us to remember that still point, returning again and again with their kind instruction and their encouragement, their devotion to us. Really, they were devoted to the best in us, the loving awareness. And during our lives, benefactors have stepped in with assistance, and guidance, direction, and inspiration. May they be safe and happy tonight. May they be quiet and peaceful this moment, right here, right now, sitting with us. May they be free from fear and free from pain. May they know real harmony in their relationships with others and with the world around them. We pause and bring to mind one or two benefactors and using the imagination to create an image, a smiling, loving face, twinkling eyes. May they be happy, may they be peaceful, here and now. And then we remember our loved ones, and family and friends, that we share this amazing path of life with. We tread the path with our friends and family, sharing joy and sorrow, and food and drink, and laughter and dancing, and all sorts of exchanges of energy. May all those exchanges be happy, and may they take place in safe areas, quiet areas, open to natural areas. May our connections with our family and friends just continue to deepen, continue to revolve around loving awareness and exchange of support, exchange of devotion. feeling their support, devoted to the benefit of all of our friends and family. May they be free from fear and free from pain. May they know real peace. And from that loving center of attention, we can broaden the edges, open the edges, release the boundaries, move to a wider sense of connection with humanity, the individuals who support us. They support the life-giving utilities that we enjoy in our way of life. But it's complicated. It takes hundreds and thousands of people to bring food to the shelves of our stores, plant the seeds, and harvest the crops, maintain the trains and maintain the trucks and engines of commerce. It's all to support our life. Their energy and their devotion to the benefit of all has an impact on us. So we pause and appreciate that. We pause and wish them well. May all the people woven into the fabric of our life be safe, be happy, free from fear, bodily fear and mental anguish, free from suffering, aware of loving awareness in their lives. Each breath, let it suffuse the whole fabric of our teachers, our friends, our acquaintances, our cohorts, all the connections we make, all during the day, all during the week, all during the month. May all beings be happy. Beyond the beings that we know are billions of beings sharing this planet, sharing the life on this planet, woven together in fabric. Beings across the continents, across the oceans, up into the air, down into the sea. May all beings share in the merits of our practice. We practice to remember who we are as loving awareness. And we know when we sit still for a while, we know that at our core we are loving awareness. But we also sit for the benefit of all. May they know the richness of their life, the blessings that they're receiving. May they know the blessings that they are moving out in gifts to the world. May they know the blessings they give and the blessings they receive. May all beings be woven together in loving awareness, peace, freedom from suffering. It's possible for all of us when we stop and get still and silent. And out of the silence, we build this intention to share our merits with all beings. So we use the syllable Om to bring together, integrate all of our good wishes and make connections with the living planet and all the living beings on the planet. So take a breath. Thank you very much. I'd like to return again to that Lao Tzu poem. It's so interesting to play with the focus outward on how a successful government would operate with a light touch and include loving connections with the citizens and not reduce to fear and dispute and hostility, creating trust among the people and then trust for the leadership. It's such a distant ideal in our imagination sometimes, but if we take it inward and see the master not as a governing political force, but the integrating wisdom of our own still, quiet center. It's there all the time. We hardly know it exists, but it bursts out in loving awareness at times. This time of the year, I take a walk in my neighborhood, and I am continually, repeatedly surprised at the daffodils and the burst of yellow flower, yellow blossoms that they seem to be sustained a lot longer this year, partly because of the rain, I guess, and partly because the sun isn't drying them out. There's no sun, but they're still bright. Just the overcast light that brings out that yellow. And so suddenly, out of silence and out of stillness, bingo, I turn a corner, and then there's this surprise that I'm part of another spring, another release into a new season. So the life that moves through us doesn't talk, it acts. It acts, it takes action, it takes place. The clouds roll in and the clouds roll out, and the buds emerge from the trees. So the action is out there, and it's inspiring. Okay, well, I really enjoyed that thing from Lao Tzu, but not on the external level, just on the internal. So I think I'm going to turn off Facebook.